Okay, so this is my third attempt at paddleboarding with Mr. Pickles. I've never really paddleboarded before, I'm a surfer. I picked this up for $500 at the garage board store. It was a promo board, and I think they're worth about $1,400. I'll just flip it over and give you a bit of a look. So it's just got a basic fin on it. I've got plenty of fins at home. I'll swap it. I might try surf paddleboarding, but not with the dog, of course. And it's got side bites as well you can add, but for this it's fine. So at the back it's got a leg rope and a paddle rope, which is really good in big surf. And at the front, I suppose this is for a GoPro mount. Now he's a little bit hesitant to go in, but once he's on it he's okay. And so we're going to put him on. I'm waiting for some pads like that to go on the front because it's a bit slippery. So what do I do with him now to stop him accidentally jumping off? And bear in mind, this is the Clarence, which Yamba is voted the sharkiest beaches in New South Wales. So there are bull sharks up here. I had a friend who worked in fisheries, and he tagged them, and he tagged quite a few, but they're more curious than we're not on their dinner. So what I'm doing here is I'm letting him go that far back, but no further. And he settles down quite well, but if I give him free run, he moves to the back of the board and he upsets my balance. So here we go. We're going to try and get out to the other side and back just as a quick experiment. Here we go, Mr. Pickles. So I don't mind the Coopers. I mean, I drink Coopers, so it's Aussie made. We used to drink Coopers Red all the time when I was working with bands. That was part of the rider. Had to be Coopers Red, and if it was VB, sometimes the band would refuse to play. So yeah, I'm going to just go out here. The wind isn't up yet, which is pretty good. It's a little bit starting to get up, but all I want to do is 20 minutes at a time and just getting used to it. Sit, 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 sit. Good boy. He's good at sitting with treats. Actually, he's terrible with any commands in public because he has this thing called the Lakey stutter. It's common with Lakeland Terriers. They get over excited with things and they just stutter all the time. It's not a bad thing, it's just their energy is just boundless. So they say you shouldn't exercise puppies too much when they're young because of the platelets, but this guy has boundless energy. So I get on my e-bike and he just chases me around. I do like up to 1 kilometre at a time and then rest him, and then he's ready to go within half an hour again. So one day we did 7 kilometres in a day. Sounds a lot, but it was over 8 hours with an hour rest in between each kilometre or so. And that was because I was working mowing with a electric mower, and I had to go up the top to do recharging. So I just used the e-bike, and it's 1 kilometre up to the top shed I live in, down to the bottom shed. So I'm on 140 acres, and he just loves it. But if I leave him out, he'll just take off because he's already cocking and presenting. That makes dogs wander more. So he's got a 30-metre run that I've got him in, but I only leave him there for like half an hour at a time because it's not that kind. And I've got a sick puppy at home that's convalescing from a tick bite. She's only 9 weeks old. So she got up at 5:30 and wanted to play. She's not allowed to play, but I fed her, nursed her for a bit, and put her down, and she settled down, so we snuck off. As you can see, you know, he's not freaking out. He's just very observant. He's not trying to jump off or anything. But as I said, it's easier to tie him on than to not. And for those who want to say something, yes, I do have a life jacket. It's a brand new one. And for the last 2 times, I keep forgetting to put it in the frigging car. So I need a system, and I've bought some crates. I need a crate just for the beach stuff, and it'll have the sun screen, the sun visor thing, He's got sunglasses, but he normally pulls them off, except when he's on the motorbikes. He's a pretty cool dog. We get up to a lot of stuff, so if you want to check out some of my other videos, they're only really for me, but people get delight out of it, that's fine. I don't care if he's an internet sensation or not, he's just part of the pack, and I'm the pack leader, so we watch a lot of Caesar Milan stuff. So yeah, I would rate this a 9 out of 10 as far as success goes. And we're going to go over to this other side. We might even find a place where we can put in and take him for another walk. For those of you who know the North Coast, this is the Clarence River. It's Australia's longest, or I think it's New South Wales at least, maybe even Australia's longest river that starts and ends in the same state. Of course, you've got the Murray, which goes through 3 states, I believe. Might even be 4. I think it's only 3 only. So the Murray is the longest river, but this is the longest river, I believe, that starts and ends in one state. So yeah, this river, they found bull sharks as far up as Bellingen, so you have to be a bit careful. But I was talking to some young ladies who do dog walking at the dog park, and they're locals. I've only been here 8 years, so you're never a local unless you're born here. And they swim in it with their dogs. No one's ever been taken, but there's always a first time. And you never trust bull sharks. I've surfboard behind a boat in here before, and I like to get back on that board really quickly. I'm a surfer and I surf Yamba many a time, but I don't know, when I'm on my board I feel more comfortable. I've also got the shark band, but again I need to get that out and put it in my kit. Oh shit, I nearly fell. So the traditional stance for a paddleboarder, unless you're in the surf, is usually side on, but I'm sort of doing a cross between side on and surfboard stance. I'm what you call natural. My daughter, who was a good surfer until she quit at about 12, she won quite a few little contests. She was a regional champion. She started off natural, and then she switched about a week later or 2 weeks later to goofy. And goofy's just the opposite stance. It's whatever your brain tells you. I'm a lefty. You'd think I would be goofy because everything I do is opposite, but I'm also able to be ambidextrous because a lot of things like golf clubs and that, they were given to me, or I found them on rubbish cleanups, and they were right-handed. So I think I'm not sure how I play golf now. I haven't played it since COVID. But yeah, I just like to get out. Been recently diagnosed at nearly 63 with ADHD and bipolar, which explains quite a lot of things in my youth. And that I always kept a steady job. I had once a month I'd just be the deepest depression. And the manic stuff is great. I write songs with it, I stay up all night, have a great time. I don't need any drugs for it, but if there's any around, I'd be into it as well. But I don't really touch anything now. I did buy some alcohol just to celebrate around Christmas time, because I felt that, I feel like a drink after a lot of things that have happened recently. So alcohol doesn't cure your problems, but it helps dull it a little bit, and I only have 2 a night. So yeah, everything in moderation, including moderation itself. So this is going to be quite a long video, but you can skip through it. I might even do one with fast forward stuff and some music to it. But what I'm hoping to do is build up a little bit of a following of people who just are sitting at home depressed, and they need to find a way to get over that without Big Pharma. Because Big Pharma is, I think, what kills society. It's, cannabis and stuff like that is, yeah, that's addictive. You can manage it or you can't manage it. But Big Pharma, once you're on Big Pharma for a lot of things, you're on it for life, and there's no attempt by GPs or therapists to, look at holistic approaches. So I'm seeing a shrink once every 3 weeks, have been since July, and I was a few years ago. A few of them quit on me That's not good for the ego. Everyone's got an ego. It's not good for the soul. So I thought I'd tough it out alone, but you can't always. So I don't have anyone to talk to. My family don't want to know me. And it's probably due to issues with bipolar. But as a father, I was 5 times better than my dad and my father-in-law as far as what I provided for my kids. I coached them in surfing, I coached them in OzTag, I coached them in soccer. They went overseas for school, whereas I wasn't allowed to. My dad never saw me do triathlons, never saw me play soccer. He saw me play a couple of games of rugby. That's because he preferred my younger brother. He had favourites, and I think he's a closet pedo. He's dead now. But any time I had a friend who had blonde hair and blue eyes, he went all giggly and was around him all the time. You know, it was just very creepy. He'd tape every fucking episode of Young Talent Time. And I was groomed as a 10 or 12 year old by a guy from Holden's. He drove a Ford, of course. And he left out the pornos, he left out cigarettes, he left out beers. Then he started talking about masturbation, and I didn't even know what that was back in the day. So once he started like touching me on the leg and that, I just fucking ran and didn't tell anyone, because I never tell my parents any of my problems. And you know, this sounds like I'm sad or anything, but they made me tougher, because as long as I was home by dark, it's okay. So I surfed since 7 years of age, and then about 10 I found the early, you know, getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, because I couldn't sleep. And so I would go down till 9 o'clock from out in the water in the dark. And go forward. Go forward. All right, he's pulling back a little bit. That's where the harness is better. Yeah, so my parents didn't really do anything with me. I just amused myself. Luckily, I sort of had a conscience from them. So, you know, apart from smoking and drinking at an early age, and, you know, I got into pot at about 17. Not heavily, I just have it on the weekend occasionally. But I've been a pretty regular user. Last time I had it here was probably 3 months ago. But, yeah, now I just sort of like get high from my puppies. That was what my therapist advised me to do. And at the first I said, I don't need puppies. I've got plenty of wildlife. That's a good spot. When I get the traction pad, it'll be much easier for him. And, you know, in 3 months' time or so, I'll have 2 puppies. So that's going to be interesting. The other one's a miniature schnauzer. She's 9 weeks old. She nearly died this week from a tick. And the vet said it's a miracle, but she's got to be kept quiet and stable. Sit! Good boy! She's got to be kept quiet and stable for a couple of weeks, maybe even 6 weeks. So that's going to be really hard. We just have a lot. I got 3 ticks last year on me. So it's really bad tick season, really bad snake season. We've seen a green tree snake come across my feet the other day, but they're not poisonous, venomous. They're re-fanged. And a big, nice, beautiful python on the track. And both of them he didn't rack because I don't think he saw them. Like yesterday, his nemesis is a goanna species. I forget exactly what type it is. It's only endemic to this area. So it has stripes on it, and it comes just about every day, and it tries to steal his kibble. And he caught it. We didn't actually catch it, but he caught it stealing the food and chased it, and would have got it and got ripped to pieces had he not got stuck in the dog fence. The dog fence is too wide, really, for him. Hey, sit down. Sit. 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 So we're going back. So here you can see 2 branches of the river. I suppose it's an island. I'll have to look on the topo for the GPS map for it, but we're heading back to the car park there. I would call this successful as long as nothing goes wrong on the way there. It's so easy to 1 second be standing up and then the next second just to topple. So as I said, I'm nearly 63. I've Been surfing for 55 years. So that was a successful paddleboard. We went right over to the other side there, came back over the shore and back with Pickles. Now, he doesn't like going in the water initially, but once he's on there, he was good. Be quiet. He's not very socialised, that's why we come here regularly. So this is my paddleboard. I've been through it, so you watch the other video. This is just a wrap up. So for those of you who have got any spectrum issues, you know, ADHD, bipolar, Asperger's, whatever you want to call it, I think we've all got a little bit of that. Don't feel sorry for yourself and sit on the couch. That's all I can say. Get out and do something. Mountain bike, go hiking, go swimming, go surfing. If you can, get yourself a dog. I got 2 now, and they do take a lot of work, but they get you out of bed in the morning. I'm up 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to feed them, and we go for long walks. And I'm in bed by 9:30. Before I wasn't getting up till 10 or 11, and I would stay up to midnight, 1 o'clock, sometimes do all-nighters. So now I go to bed with the dogs. They sleep on my bed. He likes to sleep in his crate beside it. Hey, yeah, mate. He just wants some attention. We've been skateboarding. You can see my longboard in there, skateboard. So just get out and do something. That's all I'm saying. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Seek help. Find a mate. Find some support. Don't lean on them too much, you know. Just share a little bit, and don't trust everyone, because someone's going to fuck you up the arse and take advantage of you, you know. There's an old David Carradine Kung Fu saying, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. And I get fucked over by so many people, but I have been recently again. But yeah, I'm withdrawing again. Not withdrawing from society, withdrawing from people in general, and doing this sort of stuff. So what I do is get out paddleboard, go mountain biking. I tried to take him to dog class, but he wasn't very successful at it. And the other dog got sick from paralysis tip. So if anyone's out there, if you're a shrink or whatever, you know, don't push your people onto medication. It's fucking horrible shit. All right, Big Pharma is not our friend. What we need to do is look at holistic methods of curing any forms of mental disorders, because it's getting worse and worse. And social media, I've noticed, was a real big issue for me, and it still is. I'm off Facebook, I'm off Messenger, I'm off political Instagram, I'm on there with the dogs, and I do YouTube political still. I can't help it. You can't quit cold turkey, and you know, America is just fucked, and I've got an interest in it in a train wreck kind of way. So do what you have to do, but just don't sit on the couch all day. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Get out and do something. Find a friend. Reach out to me if you want. If you're in Wales and you need a buddy to go play golf, go surfing, meet up on the motorbikes or whatever, reach out to me. As I said, you know, don't take advantage of my kindness. I'm not going to lend you money. I'm not going to personally help you out, but I'll meet up with you. We can go for a ride, we can go for a paddleboard, we can go for a surf. I'll teach you to surf if you want. I used to be a licensed surf coach. I've surfed for 50 odd years. So if that's in your bucket list, reach out to me. Probably somewhere around Yamba down to Coffs Harbour is the place I'd be going to. But yeah, I can provide a board for you if you want to learn how to surf. Skateboarding, same thing. I've got plenty of skateboards. So I'm happy to lend things to people whilst I'm there. But yeah, if you're after any financial benefits, well, just fuck off, because I'm not rich. I just worked for my money all my life. Can't get a job now, so I'm looking at the DSP as a solution. You know, I nearly took my life in July. I came very close to it. I climbed up onto the escarpment and went to step off, and it was only because I didn't want other people to clean up all my shit. This is before I had the dogs. You know, the dogs are therapy. Even though he's barking like anything, he just wants to go for a walk. So I'm signing off now. I'm going to put the board away. We had a successful paddleboard. We were out there for half an hour on the river. Most sharkiest river in New South Wales. But I've surfed here since 2007 on and off, on holidays and stuff like that. Not here, but down at Yamba, the beaches there, Angowrie. Spookies, which is aptly named. Mini waters, I've seen sharks feeding out there. They're not out to kill you. In 55 years, I've probably seen 20 sharks, including bull sharks, possibly a grey white, I don't know. Big whales, dolphins, nothing's ever happened to me. I trust the sea more than I trust humans. So take that as you want. But yeah, I'm just having a wrap up here and raffling on. And he's telling me to hurry up because he's bored. So catch you later. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to me. You'll see a lot of eclectic stuff there. Go back through my old videos if you want, or just jog on if you don't like any of my shit. See ya.